Good evening, swim and dive fans, and welcome to Rosemont Middle School for tonight's meet between the Blaze of Burnsville High School and your Rosemont Irish. This meet is being conducted under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League, and we remind all participants, coaches, and fans to observe good sportsmanship throughout tonight's event. Your official this evening is Frank Gartner. Leading your Rosemont Irish are captains Josh Cobian, Jonas Cottsmith, Ethan Ockwig, and Carter Sikorsky. Rosemont is coached by head coach Jake Kemna, assistant coaches Emily Gabriel and Jeff Nelson, diving coach Dan Monahan, and strength and conditioning coach Dr. Tim Conboy. We request that you turn your cell phones to silent mode and please be quiet for the beginning of each race and before each dive. Please, no flash photography. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand, remove your caps, and sing along as we honor our nation and those who have served defending our freedom, singing our national anthem. Thank you very much. Diving will begin shortly. That'll be the first session for tonight, followed by swimming. So about 10 minutes or so, we will get into the diving portion. Sorry for those of you online, if you didn't hear me about the diving. Zach Van Warren will be going in the first position. Second position will be Will Kerrigan, and the third position will be Lucas Gurton. Do a little bit of warm-up here, and then we will get moving with the diving portion. Just a few minutes. Okay, we are ready to proceed with diving. Up first is Zach with a 51-21D front one somersault half twist free 1.7. Scores 4.5, 4.5. Up next is Will with a 52-21D back somersault half twist free 1.7. Scores 3 and 4. Lucas with a 51-32D front 1.5 somersault 1 twist free 1.8. Scores 4.5 and 6. Starting round 03C front 1.5 somersault tuck 1.6. Scores 3.5, 4. Will with a 52-31D back 1.5 somersault half twist free 2.1. Scores 3 and 3.5. Lucas with a 105C front 2.5 somersault tuck 2.4. Scores 3.5 and 4. Starting round number 3 is Zach with a 301C reverse dive tuck 1.6. Scores 3 and 3. Will with a 402C endward somersault tuck 1.6. Scores 5, 4.5. Lucas with a 52-33D back 1.5 somersault 1.5 twist free 2.5. Scores 5.5 and 5. Starting round number 4 is Zach with a 401C inward dive tuck 1.4. Scores 3.5 and 3. Will with a 403C inward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Scores 1 and 3. Lucas with a 203C back, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Scores 4.5 and 4.5. Starting round number 5 is Zach. 402C inward, 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Scores 4.5 and 4.5. Will with a 103C front, 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Scores 4 and 4.5. Lucas with a 303C reverse, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.1. Scores 3.5 and 3.5. Starting your final round for tonight is Zach with a 202A back, 1 somersault, 1.7. I'm sorry, straight, 1.7. Scores 4 and 4. Will with a 203C back, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Scores 4 and 4. Your final dive of the evening, Lucas with a 403C inward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Scores 5.5 and 5. This concludes diving for this evening. We will put the pool back together, have a short warm, and the swimming session coming up next. Officially welcome you to tonight's broadcast. Again, my name is Carl Kinseth. I'm a parent here for Rosemont High School. Swim and dive of a junior, Evan. And tonight we are up against Burnsville, as you probably just watched. We just finished with diving, so we got about another 10 minutes and we should start up the swimming portion of tonight. As you have seen, if you've been watching, we do senior spotlights every week, every meet. Tonight is Jagger Thompson for tonight's senior spotlight, so watch for that at the break. Between the 50 freestyle and the 100 fly, we'll take about a 10-minute break, and I will do the senior spotlight for tonight. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. What's that? Oh, no, she'll do it when they're in the water. Yeah. I'll do everything I can to throw you off. I can help. Hey, Frank, I think they still need to tighten the flags. I don't know where Jake went. Oh, yeah, I'll help. Yeah, he'll point at you and you'll notice. When he points at you, pause for 5 minutes and stare at the plank. Yeah, it's not bad. You ready, Frank? Okay, who is not open? Feet first, entry only, please. Feet first, slide in, entry only, please. Do not dive. Pool is open. Gets better every week, doesn't it? It's crazy how much better they get.
I know. Well, all have practice. He used to do 1 hour a week, through North Star, and now he gets how many hours a week?
Yeah.
So it's awesome, and the boys are so nice and welcoming. It's awesome.
Great group of kids.
Yeah, great group.
Yeah, it's just too bad we can't have that normal experience.
Yeah. Next year.
Next year. Yeah, you got lots of years.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we'll learn. So do you do this on the side as also, or?
I do this for
announcer? Clear the pool.
Gentlemen, clear the pool, please. Can you please clear the pool? We've got charge lane 6 in the pool. All right, we are about to get ready here. We have the 200-yard medley relay first up. There is no JV heat. This is a straight-on varsity heat. 3 lanes, 3, 4, and 5. Just waiting for the AOK from the official, Frank Gartner, for the start. And we got the thumbs up, so we are ready to go. There is the whistle. I think that was a real whistle. That was the first real whistle I've heard all season. Great to see. In lane number 3, leading off in the backstroke will be Carter Sikorsky. Lane number 4, Josh Kobian. And lane 5, Josh Marwa. Carter Sikorsky out there in the early lead in lane number 3. He is motoring right along. Lane 3 is going to have the lead here going into the breaststroke. So you got Spencer Rudd hitting the water right now in lane number 3. Jacob Olson in 4. And Jagger Thompson, tonight's senior spotlight, in 5. A little catch up there in lane number 4 by Jacob Olson. He is pumping right along, and now is about a body length on Spencer in lane number 3. Sullivan is going to be your butterflyer in lane number 4, Sullivan Labno. Lane number 3 goes in Sawyer Smith. And taking over for Jagger is Ethan Ockwig. Into the water for Sullivan in the freestyle leg is Parker Pedersen in lane number 4. Lane number 3 touching and going is David Goodburn. And in lane number 3 is Alex Hoff. And in lane number 5 is David Goodburn. All right, and with the touch in lane number 4 at 1:59.64, that is Parker Pedersen. Coming in second, lane number 3 at 2:04.87, and lane number 5 at 2:06.67. Up next is the junior varsity of the 200-yard freestyle. This is 8 lengths of the pool. In lane number 3 is little brother to Carter, Josh Sikorsky. Lane number 4, Tristan Timbers. And lane number 5, freshman, Braden Hertzberg. Now, that early lead there at the first 50 is Tristan Timbers in lane number 4. Lane number 3 turning right now is Josh Sikorsky. And turning at his first 50 out in lane 5 is Braden Hertzberg. Tristan looking nice and smooth at the 75. And at the 100 mark here, we've got, well, Tristan has made his turn. He's going to the 125. Josh Sikorsky is coming to the 125, and turning at the 100 is Braden out there at 5. Tristan still with a good lead.
Hey, Frank. Frank.
All right, with 25 yards left, we got Tristan in lane number 4. I don't have their season best times here in front of me tonight, so I apologize for that. Lane number 3, Josh making his final turn. And Tristan touching in 1:58.91. Josh in lane number 3 will touch next at 2:08.67. All right, lane number 5. Braden finishes it up with a 2:29.62. Up next is the varsity 200-yard freestyle. In lane number 3 will be Matthew Warwick. Lane number 4 will be Evan Kinseth, and lane number 5 will be Quinlan Schroeder. Got about 22 people on the stream tonight. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. After tonight, we've only got 3 more meets, regular season meets left. I believe we have Apple Valley, Egan, and I'm struggling for the third, but I'm pretty sure we have 3 meets left. What do we got? Apple Valley, Egan, huh?
Farmington.
Oh, Farmington, yes, thank you. Evan makes his turn at the 50 out at 24:48 out in the lead. Again, you got Matthew in 3, Evan in 4, Quinlan in 5. Evan coming in at the 100 here. Turning at 51.55. In lane number 3, Matthew Warwick turning next. He's got a split of 29.42. And Quinlan in lane 5 at a 30.7. Evan turning with a 50 left here at a 27.54. Mr. Warwick in lane number 3 turning at a 29.43. And Quinlan with 31.75 out there in lane number 5. Oh, Evan making his final turn here and his final 25. Matthew turning on his. And Evan having a nice swim at 1:46.54. That's a good swim for Evan. Good in-season time. Matthew touching next at 1:54.86. And Quinlan on lane number 5 at 2 minutes, .54. Got the boys 200 IM. This is the junior varsity, event number 5. In lane number 3, Ethan Ockwig. Lane 4, Spencer Rudd. And in lane 5, Jonas Kottsmith. I'm going to miss Allison Warwick back on the live stream, yelling, "Let's go, Matthew." Matthew did have a nice swim right there, 1:54.86. Three of them now on the backstroke leg of this 200 IM. Of course, this is 2 lengths each, butterfly, back breast, and freestyle. Lane number 4, Spencer has a good lead here. He's going to turn at this turn from the backstroke to the breaststroke 50. And off he goes. Jonas with a small lead over Ethan in lane number 3, making their turns right now into the 50-yard breaststroke. Got Spencer in on the breaststroke. He's going to touch and go to the 50 freestyle, the final 50 of the event. Going back to that 200 freestyle, Matthew Warwick, in checking swimmetry here, has a best time of 1:58.13, and tonight he was 1:54.86. Now, I'm not sure how long it's been since he has swam that. I should have looked over to see if Dad was going crazy. I can tell you here, 1:58 was February of 2020, so about a year ago today. So that is a good time for Matthew. Congratulations. All right, here comes Spencer. He is finishing up out in lane number 4, and he's going to touch a 2:26.05. Got a little bit of a race going on here to finish up the 200 IM. Looks like Jonas is going to take this one by about 0.3 of a second, 2:40.53 to 2:40.81 for Ethan Ockwig. Up next is the varsity 200-yard IM. In lane number 3 is Carter Sikorsky. Lane number 4, Josh Kobian. And lane number 5, Parker Pedersen. Josh is a good butterflyer, so he's going to take this one out and get himself a good lead. Isn't that flag backwards that they're showing? There we go, boys. The flag they had at the end of the pool was backwards as they flashed it at Josh Kobian. Josh touching in his butterfly at 29.43. Parker Pedersen up in lane 5 at 33.56. And Carter Sikorsky at 38.41. Yeah, Josh making his turn in the backstroke. Parker Pedersen making a run at him here. He's caught up to him a little bit in the backstroke. Now we got the breaststroke here. Carter coming in to go from backstroke to breaststroke. There he goes. The boys at the end that are cheering have a big, I don't know, 2x4 flag that says Saturdays are for the boys. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but all right, we got Josh coming in on his final 25, Parker on his 50 freestyle. Carter coming under the flags. He'll make his turn with 2 lengths left of the 200 IM. Josh finishing in at 2:16.28. 2:16.28. Parker out in lane number 5 will touch at 2:26.65. Carter makes his turn. He's got 25 yards left. And Carter touches out in lane number 3 at 2:51.18. This is event number 7. This is your boys 50-yard freestyle junior varsity. Lane number 3 is Josh Marwa. Lane 4, Michael Hokinson. Lane 5, Jagger Thompson. And in lane 6, Jesse Hernandez. We got a race in 4 and 5 here between Jagger and Michael Hokinson. Looks like Michael's going to just touch him out at 27 flat. Michael at 27 flat wins that heat. Jagger at 27.30. Third place over there in lane number 3 is Josh Marwa at 27.74. And Jesse Hernandez at 35.42. Up next is your varsity heat of the 50-yard freestyle. Lane number 2 is going to be Charlie Banta. Lane 3, Sawyer Smith. Lane 4, Sullivan Labno. And in lane 5, David Goodburn. And with your whistle, they jump up on the blocks. They are off. Again, we've got Charlie, Sawyer, Sullivan, and David. Lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5, respectively. Sullivan turning out in lane number 4 with the first lead. And he's going to hold this lead. He's got about a half a body length on the rest of the crew here. And he looks very, very good right now. And he is going to touch at 23.81. Lane number 5, 25.49. Davin with second place in that heat. Third place in the heat, 26 seconds with Sawyer Smith. And Charlie Banta finishing up at 26.67. All right, we're going to take a short break while the boys do a quick warm-up. I would guess this is going to be about 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll be back with you. 10 minutes? John, 10 minutes. It's open. First entry only, please. 10 minutes. First entry only. All right, as I told you earlier, we've got the senior spotlight for tonight, and that is Jagger Thompson. As you can see on your screen there, he has post-grad plans for attending UMD to study psychology, hobbies and activities. Likes to listen to music, plays video games, hanging out with friends. Sounds like every other junior and senior I know. Favorite stroke is breaststroke. He is very good at that stroke. Best memories from RHS swim and dive over his 4 years, meeting and getting to know the other boys on the team. They are a pretty close-knit of boys. He is most proud of his sophomore year, sectional race, breaststroke. Felt rewarding because I really pushed myself and I got one of my best times. That is Jagger Thompson. I will leave that up for a minute or so. You can read over that, take a look at the picture, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, as you can see in front of you, the Jersey Mike's fundraiser coming up Thursday, February 18th. Go on out and celebrate. That is my sister's birthday. So celebrate my sister's birthday with the Jersey Mike's. 50% of the proceeds will be donated to the Rosemont Irish Boys Swim and Dive program. That is the Jersey Mike's in Rosemont on Canada Avenue. I believe it sits over there by Noodles and Company. And that is from 4 to 9 p.m. Again on Thursday, February 18th. And 50% of those proceeds will be donated to our team. So, make sure you mention the team when you create your order so that they can funnel those funds right to us and we can have millions of dollars to build a new pool. That is what we are after. Got to buy a lot of subs, but I know you guys can come through. This is also on the website as well. Yes? Okay, so on the Swimtopia site as well, you can take a look at this flyer, print it, take it to your friends, family, dogs, cats, and get everybody a sub on Thursday, February 18th, again from 4 to 9 p.m. Mention Rosemont High School Boys Swim and Dive when you order. All right, we are clearing the pool here. As I've learned over the season, they don't take the full 10 minutes, which is, which is fine. They do a long warm-up before, and this is only literally less than an hour after that long warm-up. So they get this warm-up complete, and we will get moving with the 100-yard butterfly. Looks like we have some repairs down there in lane number 2. All right, our diving scores are ready. So we will go with the diving scores here. In third place with a score of 111 points is Zach Manwaran. In second place with 118.72 is Will Kerrigan. And in first place with 178.42 is Lucas Gurton. Now here we go with event number 12. This is the boys' 100-yard butterfly varsity heat. In lane number 2, Alex Hoff. Lane number 3, Quinlan Schroeder. Lane number 4, Matthew Warwick. And lane number 5, Parker Pedersen. Nikki Kerrigan yells out, "Woo, Irish!" Andrew Michelson, we want to see Jake do a 50 freestyle. I can ask, but I bet you're not going to get your way. All right. This 100-yard butterfly in the first 50. We got a bit of a dogfight there in lanes 3 and 4 between Quinlan and Matthew. Quinlan's got a little bit of a lead on Matthew here. And between Alex and Parker, got about the same distance lead between those two for third and fourth place in the heat. Matthew and Quinlan are head-to-head. Allison watching, saying good luck, Matthew. He has pulled right with Quinlan, and they are going to go right to the end. And lane number 4, Matthew Warwick at 102.14. 102.14. Quinlan, lane 3, 103.72. Lane number 5 in the third position, 115.14 is Parker. And lane 2, Alex Hoff at 116.69. All right, they will climb out of the pool, and we'll move to the 100-yard freestyle. This is the junior varsity heat. In lane number 3, you're going to have Spencer Rudd. And in lane number 4, Jonas Kottsmith, senior versus freshman. A good start out there by Jonas in lane number 4. And they're about even at the turn, the first turn. Spencer now opened up about a half a body length on Jonas. And will turn first at the 50 with 2 lengths left of the pool for both of them. And at the turn, Spencer is making it for home. He's got a pretty good lead right here. And we'll take the junior varsity heat of this 100-yard freestyle at a 102.83. And lane number 4, 106.59 for Mr. Jonas Cottsmith. Event number 14, this is the varsity heat of the 100-yard freestyle. In lane number 3 is David Goodburn. Lane number 4, Tristan Timbers. And in lane number 5, Michael Hokinson. This is a sophomore sandwich. What did you say? What did you say? Oh. I didn't hear you. Yep, as I was saying again, sophomore sandwich here with Tristan Timbers in between the bread of two seniors. And Tristan makes the first turn in the lead by about a half a body length. Turning at the 50 at 25.95. That was a very good split. And coming in for home, Tristan, good. He's got a good lead here and will hold it. And the sophomore touches at 54.15. And then number 3, David at 57.95. And lane number 5, 58.45 for Michael Hokinson. There will be one heat of the 500-yard freestyle, so this is the varsity heat. We'll just wait for our counters here. We have lane 3 will be Josh Sikorsky, lane 4 will be Jacob Olson, and lane 5 will be Josh Kobian. The 500 freestyle. This is 20 lengths of the pool. This is, again, the longest event in high school. All right, we've got a few reminders here, along with Jersey Mike's night on the on the 18th of February. On Wednesday, the 17th, you have Heggy's pickup in the Rosemont High School parking lot. The Rosemont High School parking lot on Wednesday, the 17th for Heggy's. That is from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Again, Wednesday, 2/17, Heggy's pickup, Rosemont High School parking lot, 4 to 5:30 p.m. And we have senior night on Friday, the 19th. That will be our final, what would have been our final home meet. I'm sorry? Against Farmington, yes. So this was supposed to be our final home meet versus Farmington. COVID did a number on that, so we're going to be virtual for it. And again, Friday the 19th is senior night. So the 17th, Heggy's pickup, Rosemont High School, 4 to 5:30. The 18th, Jersey Mike's. And Friday the 19th will be senior night against Farmington. All right, Jacob making his turn at the 200. No, I'm sorry, that was the 150. 150, so 6 laps, 6 lengths down. Again, we have Josh Sikorsky in 3, Jacob Olson in 4, and Josh Kobian in 5. Jacob is coming up on the halfway mark here. This is the 250-yard mark. The split of 31-16. Counters have their ways of doing things. Usually they're in contact with the coaches to see if they should be putting the counters upside down, waving them, splashing them. Some swimmers prefer that the counters count up from 1 to orange. Some swimmers prefer that they go from 19 down to orange. It's just in the preference. You don't see that as often, but it does happen once in a while. Three. Just informed, we're going to take about a 3-minute break after the 500 before the 2 free relay. Jacob in lane number 4, making his turn at length 14. Holding a pretty good split there at 31-47. Josh making his turn at 14. Jacob with 4 lengths of the pool left. He will get the bell on the bell lap, which means there'll be 2 lengths left. Our official, Frank Gartner, tonight will ring that bell here the next time that Jacob makes a flip turn. Josh Kobian out in lane number 5. He's got 4 lengths left. And at this turn right here, Josh Sikorsky will also have 4 lengths left. There is the bell. Maybe see it on the far left-hand side of your screen. You definitely could hear it. And that signifies again that Jacob has 2 lengths left of the pool. Josh making his turn with 2 lengths left. Josh Kobian. And Jacob finishing at 5:06.48. 5:06.48. Josh Sikorsky with 2 lengths of the pool left. Here comes Mr. Josh Kobian in lane number 5, and he's going to touch 5:29.36. And Josh Sikorsky with about 7 yards left to go. At 5. It didn't stop for some reason, but he was about 5:43. So they'll get a time on that one from the timers. Again, we're going to take about a 3-minute break here before the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity. All right, here we go. As you can hear the announcer, we are moving ahead with the 200 free relay. This is a junior varsity. We will be in we will be in lanes number 3 and 4. Leading off in lane number 3 is Jesse Hernandez, and in lane 4 is Charlie Banta. Each swimmer swims 2 lengths of the pool, a 50. In lane number 4, we've got a lead for Charlie Banta, and Braden Hertzberg is your next swimmer into the water. Jussie touches here. Jonas Cottsmith will go into the water to follow him up. And off he goes. Off Jonas goes. Braden making his turn. He's got about 12.5 yards left to go for his leg. In lane number 4, it's going to be Michael Hokinson on the third leg of this relay. And in goes Michael. Jonas finishing up in lane number 3. Follow up on him will be Josh Marwa. Michael Hokinson finishing his leg. Your anchor leg for lane number 4 will be Spencer Rudd. Josh Marwa finishing in lane number 3. Jagger Thompson, the anchor leg for lane 3. Spencer finishing up for his lane at 1:52.45. And Jagger, our senior spotlight for this evening, touching in lane number 3 at 2:01.73. All right, here we go with event number 18, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. This is the varsity heat. In lane number 3, leading off is Tristan Timbers. And in lane number 4 is Evan Kinseth. Evan touches. Matthew Warwick goes into the water. In lane number 4, and in lane number 3, Carter Sikorsky. Matthew finishing his leg right there, and Quinlan Schroeder into the water in lane number 4. And in lane number 3, Carter finishes up, and David Goodburn hits the water in that third position. Your anchor legs here, when Quinlan finishes, will be Sullivan Labno in lane number 4. Sullivan is your next one into the water in lane 4. And off he goes. And in lane number 3, Josh Sikorsky, freshman, is the anchor leg for that lane. Now, lane number 4 is going to take this heat. Sullivan's going to finish up, passing under the flags, and touches for his team at 1:36.46. And Josh Sikorsky finishing up in lane number 3 at 1:44.61. Up next is the boys' 100-yard backstroke. This is the junior varsity heat. 2 swimmers here. Lane number 3, Charlie Banta. And lane number 4, Ethan Ockwig. Battle of the seniors in this heat. Again, lane number 3, Charlie Banta. Lane number 4, Ethan Ockwig. Right now, Ethan's got a slight lead over Charlie. Oh, Charlie taking a few too many strokes there into his turn. You don't know the backstroke turn, you can flip over on your stomach, take one stroke, and then flip, turn, and push off onto your side, and then onto your back. You can take no more than one stroke. I think Charlie took about 3 there. So you got to make sure you know where your walls are. Yeah, he's not all that familiar with the backstroke, so that's okay. Jake will tell him. Ethan Ockwig still with the lead here. Looks like he is going to take this heat over Charlie. And Ethan touches at 120 flat. Lane number 3, Charlie Banta at 122.23. Okay, the varsity heat. This is event number 20 of the 100-yard backstroke. In lane number 3 will be Alex Hoff. Lane number 4, Evan Kinseth. And in lane number 5, Sawyer Smith. And here we go. Looks like Evan slipped off the pad there for his start. And Evan will make the first turn at the 50 at 30 flat. Lane number 5, Sawyer Smith at 31.36 and Alex Hoff at 35.12. Evan making his final turn. And Evan touching at 1 minute, .96. Sawyer touching second at 104.62. And Alex at 112.51. This is event number 21. We have 2 swimmers of the junior varsity 100-yard breaststroke. Lane number 3 is Carter Sikorsky, and lane number 4 is Josh Marwell. Josh touching first at the first 25 with Carter right on his tail. Josh has pulled out to about a body length now off that turn. And both have made their 50 turn. They have 2 lengths left of the pool. Josh has got himself a pretty good lead here. All right, with half a pool length left to go, Josh Marwa in lane number 4. Passing under the flags. 2-3 yards left to go, and he is going to be a 121.03. 121.03. Carter with a couple yards left to go is going to be a 131.98. Up next is the varsity heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane number 3, we have Jacob Olson. Lane number 4, Sullivan Labno. And lane number 5, Braden Hertzberg. Sullivan touching first at the 25, followed by Jacob, followed by Braden. Sullivan pumping right along here with Jacob right on his heels. Sullivan is going to make the turn at the 50 in first place with 2 lengths left to go. Jacob is still right there. Don't count him out yet. Braden makes his turn. He's got 2 lengths left to go as well. Sullivan making his final turn for home, as is Jacob. Sullivan's got himself about a body length now, a little bit more than that. So he will take this heat. And out in lane number 4, Sullivan at a 108.24. Jacob at 110.99. And Braden finally finishing his up. Out in lane number 5 at 120.66. Up next to the 400 free relays, we have 2 heats, a junior varsity and a varsity heat. We've got a great job tonight, Braden by Grams and Papa from Sue Roskopf. Thank you for that. The boys always enjoy the shout outs. I'm going to take another 2-minute break here, so we'll be right back with you. All right, here we go. We got the thumbs up from our official, Frank Gardner. To move on with the 400 free relay junior varsity, we have 2 lanes going, lanes number 3 and lanes number 4. Lane 3 leading off will be Jagger Thompson. Lane 4 will be Sawyer Smith. Each swimmer does 4 lengths of the pool. Again, it's great to have you online, but it's also great to have fans in the stands. Remember, for the next 3 meets, virtual meets at this time, you can sign up on the Swimtopia site to be in person and to cheer on your swimmer and or diver. So please go ahead, get out there, sign up. I know it's cold. Nobody wants to go out, but the kids appreciate you being in the stands. Lane number 4, Sawyer finishes up. Into the water goes Ethan Ockwig. Jagger finishes up in lane number 3, and Jonas Cottsmith goes into the water for the second leg of the 400 free relay. Lane number 4, Ethan Ockwig on his final few yards here. Next into the water will be Michael Hokinson. Lane 4, Michael Hokinson. Jonas Cottsmith making his touch in 3. Into the water goes Charlie Banta. Lane number 4, Michael Hokinson finishing up his 4 lengths of the pool. Your anchor leg here will be Alex Hoff. Lane number 4, Alex Hoff. Lane number 3, Charlie finishes up, and into the water goes Braden Hertzberg as the anchor of his relay. Alex Hoff about to make his final turn here for the end of the 4 free relay. Braden Hertzberg with just about a 25 left, about 35 yards left to go. Alex is going to finish up right now out in lane number 4 at 4:01.99. And Braden Hertzberg with about 5 yards left to go. Touch for his team at 4:20.50. Up next is the final event of the evening. This is the 400 free relay varsity event. And lane number 3 is going to be Josh Cobian to start it out. And lane number 4 will be Evan Kinseth to start off his event, or his relay, sorry. And Evan out to the early lead here on Josh. Coming into the 50. Making his turn. Josh making his turn with 2 lengths left. Evan finishing up here. Into the water next will go Matthew Warwig. Matthew Warwig. Josh touches, and Parker Pedersen goes in on the second leg of the 4 free relay. Matthew Warwick out there in lane number 4. He is coming up on the finish of his 4 lengths of the 4 free relay. He will touch, and Quinlan Schroeder will go into the water. Parker finishing up right here. Third leg will be Josh Sikorsky. Josh up in the blocks, and off he goes. All right, Quinlan finishing up. The anchor leg here, Jacob Olson into the water. And Josh Sikorsky with about a half a pool length left. The anchor leg in lane number 3 on the block will be Tristan Timbers. All right, Jacob Olson finishing up here. A couple yards left to go. And he will touch for his team at 3:38.09. Tristan did some catch up there. And lane number 3 is going to come in at 3:49.95. All right, that is the end of our Burnsville versus Rosemont High School swim and dive event for the evening. Thanks again for joining us on the live stream. Again, if you get the chance, sign up, join us in the crowd, stop by, say hi. And next, I believe Friday is our next broadcast. That will be Apple Valley High School. So join us this Friday, the 12th, 5 p.m. for Rosemont versus Apple Valley. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.